Here's an example with a translation and an adjustment to the period. I'm just leaving the amplitude as 1. So the trick is we're going to take whatever's on the inside, in this case 2/3 x plus pi over 6, and we're going to set it equal to the normal period of a cosine function, which is 2 pi. And we're going to kind of solve for x, except I'm not going to combine any like terms. The first thing, I'm going to subtract the pi over 6, and I usually put it in the first place, so it's translation and then period. So this becomes 2/3 x is equal to negative pi over 6 plus 2 pi. And then I'm going to multiply everything by 3 over 2, the multiplicative inverse of 2/3. I'll put it over here, 3 over 2, and 3 over 2. So after I do that, I have solved for the x, and I haven't combined any like terms. So this one is going to be negative pi over 4. That's going to be the translation. Plus 3 pi. That's going to be the new period of this function. So instead of a 2 pi period, it's been elongated a little bit and shifted to the left pi over 4. I'll set up the same little box setup to find out what the 4 cuts are going to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And since I'm cutting the period into 4 equal pieces, I'm going to take the period here, 3 pi, and I'm going to multiply it by 1/4 to cut it into those 4 equal portions. So this will be 3 pi over 4 for every one of my intervals. So cosine usually starts at 0, and then I'm going to have the first cut will be 3 pi over 4. The next one will be 6 pi over 4, or 3 pi over 2. The next one would be 9 pi over 4. And then another 3 pi over 4 on top of that will be 12 pi over 4, better known as 3 pi. Again, these numbers should match up, the period of the function and that last number. Now I'm going to take care of the subtraction part, so I'm going to take away pi over 4 from each one of these. So subtract pi over 4 from each one of these numbers up here. Alright, so 0 minus pi over 4 is going to be negative pi over 4. 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 4 is going to give us 2 pi over 4, better known as pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is the same thing as 6 pi over 4, minus that will be 5 pi over 4. 9 pi over 4 minus that will be 8 pi over 4, better known as 2 pi. And then finally we have 3 pi, which is 12 pi over 4 minus pi over 4, which will be 11 pi over 4. So this will be the starting point of the cosine, and then it'll go up and down according to the 4 equal cuts. Like I said earlier, the amplitude of this graph is just going to be 1, so it's a regular 1 up, 1 down type graph, because the coefficient in front of the cosine is literally 1. And then we have our cuts here. So I'm going to put my cuts in. Negative pi over 4 is right here. Pi over 2 obviously is right here. 5 pi over 4 is going to be, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away from it. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 right here. And then another 9, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 will be 2 pi, obviously, I should have looked up. And then the last one will be another 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be off the page, but 11 pi over 4 is way over here. Alright. And then this graph, of course, is only going to go up 1 and down 1. It's positive, so it's not flipping. So when I plot the points, cosine normally starts high, and at the next interval it'll go middle, and the next interval it'll go low, the next one it'll go middle, and lastly it'll go high. So when I try to draw this in, it gets something, oh, that looks like this. And of course the computer makes it look a lot better. So this blue line is the perfect graph of cosine of 2/3 x plus pi over 6.